Sunlight streamed through the living room window, painting a perfect, radiant rectangle on the floor. Within it, a majestic ginger fluff ball named Chewie was a masterpiece of relaxation. He was stretched to his full length, every hair glowing, his eyes slits of pure bliss, perfection, solar infusion at 100%, paws at optimal toasty temperature, not a single molecule out of place. Suddenly, the front door banged open. The thunder of paws on hardwood, jingling tags, and a happy, slobbery whine echoed through the house. Marley, a goofy, wiggling Labrador, burst into the room. He slid to a halt, spotting Chewie. His tail became a propeller. "Chewie, you're awake. You're in the sunny spot. That's my favorite game. Sunbeam game. Is it Sunbeam game?" Chewie did not move. Not a twitch. The Labrador vortex had arrived. Code, clamorous. Initiating phase 1, impervious stillness. The moving target is the play target. I am not a target. I am a rug. A very warm, sentient rug. Marley trotted over, head cocked. He nudged Chewie's flank with his wet nose. Hey, Chewie, is it time? Playtime? I brought my ball. See?" He dropped a slobbery tennis ball right next to Chewie's head. It rolled, tapping Chewie's whiskers. Biochemical assault detected. Saliva on the perimeter. Maintaining statue protocol. Marley started playboing, whining. "Come on, just a little pounce, a little chase. The sunbeam is for sharing." His wagging tail thumped against the leg of a side table, knocking a magazine to the floor with a loud hump. Sophie, they're human, looked over from her laptop. Marley, gentle. "Leave Chewie alone, sweetheart. He's meditating." "Meditating. Is that a new game?" Marley asked, turning to Sophie, then back to Chewie. Frustrated but not defeated, he plopped down just outside the sunbeam's edge, chin on his paws, staring intently at Chewie. He let out a low, hopeful whimper. This was phase 2, the stalemate. He believes his presence is a pressure. He does not understand it is a gift. His stillness is suspicious. I must be ready. 10 minutes passed. Marley's patience was evaporating. He fidgeted, sighed dramatically. Chewie remained a sun-drenched statue, but his internal mind was a chessboard. His energy is building. Critical mass approaches. Direct engagement is failure. Therefore, I must redirect the energy. Marley's eyes landed on his rope toy a few feet away. An idea dawned on him. He scrambled up, grabbed the toy, and began whipping it around in a frenzied circle, making it thwop against the floor, dangerously close to Chewie. Look at the moving thing. It's fun. You love moving things." The rope flicked the very edge of the sunbeam, scattering dust motes. Predictable, the lure and flail tactic. Amateur hour. However, the dust dispersion is aesthetically displeasing. Chewie did something extraordinary. He didn't move away from the toy. He slowly, glacially, turned his head toward it. Not to look at the rope, but to stare directly, unblinkingly, at the wall behind Marley. His gaze was intense, focused, and utterly perplexing. Marley's whirling slowed. He stopped. He looked at the wall. There was nothing there. He looked back at Chewie, whose gaze hadn't wavered. Dropping the rope, he whispered, What is it? Is there a bug? A ghost? A bug ghost?" Chewie remained locked on the spot. After a long beat, he gave a single, slow, deliberate blink. Marley was now completely spooked. He crept toward the wall, sniffing intently. Phase 3, misdirection. Canine attention is a ping-pong ball. I have merely placed an invisible paddle on the wall. While Marley investigated the blank wall, Chewie, with a movement so slow it was barely perceptible, recentered himself in the exact hottest part of the sunbeam. A strategic adjustment. Marley, finding nothing, turned back, renewed in his mission. But now he decided the sunbeam itself was the enemy. He wanted in. He approached the edge of the light and tentatively placed a single paw in it. Okay? Just gonna join. Sharing is caring. Right, Chewie? Chewie finally reacted. Not by moving, but by letting his purr, which had been a quiet hum, rise in volume. It became a deep, resonant, motor-like sound. Not angry, but powerful. Contented, territorial. The sound of absolute ownership. Marley froze. his paw suspended. He interpreted the purr as a growl. Are you broken? That's a happy sound, but you're using it like a fence. Phase 4, Sonic Deterrence. He cannot parse the paradox. The vibration speaks of a joy so complete it has no room for him. Marley tried a new angle, empathy. He lay down parallel to Chewie, just outside the light, and let out a huge, pathetic sigh. Ah, so relaxing. Sun is nice, very warm. He peeked an eye open to see if it was working. Chewie responded with the ultimate act of feline smugness. He slowly, luxuriously, exposed his belly to the sun. The soft, fluffy, vulnerable belly. It was a taunt. An invitation that said, I am so secure here, in my domain, that I can assume the most vulnerable position, and you are still not a threat. Marley was utterly defeated. This was a level of confidence he could not compete with. He whispered, Wow, you really own this sunbeam, don't you? A little while later, the sun had moved. The perfect rectangle had shifted, now illuminating the arm of the sofa. Marley was asleep in a heap of limbs by the door, dreaming of chasing things. And Chewie, without ever having appeared to hurry, was now curled in a perfect circle on the sofa arm, immersed in the new, elevated sunbeam. Sophie got up to make tea. She paused, looking at the scene. Marley conked out, Chewie, blissful on the couch. You two finally figured out how to share the sun, huh? She said with a smile. She walked past the original sunbeam spot, now empty on the floor. Chewie opened one eye, looking at the empty spot, then at the sleeping Marley, then at the happy Sophie. Mission accomplished. Sunbeam secured. Domestic equilibrium maintained. The Labrador sleeps. The human is pleased, and the purr continues, all without moving a single paw. He closed his eye, a faint, smug smile on his feline face. The sunbeam warmed his fur. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed Chewie and Marley's little standoff, be sure to like this video and subscribe for more stories. See you next time.